Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this doesn't work. Let's get open for business, and let's wake up the football gods this morning. And I got to tell you, you looking down there? Are you looking down there? We are in double digits now until the kickoff of the NFL season. 99 days, 11 hours and 48 minutes away from kickoff of the 2019 season. To me, it's exciting as can be because we started out at 226 when we got that clock. Whew, time keeps on slipping into the future. I can't wait. I'm excited as can be. Now, one thing, I love doing YouTube. Let me say that I absolutely positively do, because reaching and being able to communicate with all of you great fans and stuff out there to try and set the narrative correctly when you hear so many things that aren't quite right. And I always try, I'm old, I still believe in friendship and people and things like that. And I know a lot of YouTube is where people want to cuss you out and call you this, that, and the other. But for me, this has always been like a safe space in a place, because I've got young, I've got old, I've got men, I got women, I got black, I got white, I got yellow, I got every nationality under the sun and stuff that watches this. And that's where I really enjoy this being a place to have real discussions about football and stuff. Yeah, we can trash the Eagles and stuff, but I don't like when people trash each other. And so, sometimes we get some fans that don't get that and don't understand that that's not what this is about. And sometimes it gets to be like, why do I do this? Why do I set myself up for all of the BS that goes along with this? But then you hear stories from people, and it kind of touches you. So this morning, I woke up and I got this picture right here and a Facebook message from Joey. Hi, I'm Joey. I have cerebral palsy, just like some of you may remember Pierce. Remember Pierce? We met at the tailgate for the draft last year. I'm physically disabled. I'm a wheelchair, but mentally I am just like anybody else. And I love our Cowboys just like you. And I want to thank you for everything you do. And you inspire me to live life to the fullest. I know there's a lot of bad, but also good. Like I said, I love our Dallas Cowboys, and I hope God allows me to one day meet you. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you for being such a hardworking, dedicated, and good people. I'm a stranger to you, I know, but you're an inspiration to me. And it's people like Joey, it's people like Pierce, it's people like Joseph Hartley or Miss Jackie or Stephanie or Incognito. All of us together are so much stronger than we are apart. And it gives me hope and faith for the future and stuff. Unfortunately, it's just like the world is just so angry that we can't have a conversation about stuff. But, this is where I believe that maybe we can starting to get along and things. So, I don't know, maybe I'm just a romantic and stuff, but thank you very much, Joey, because you kind of brought me back to a good place this morning. So, speaking of good places, I tell you what I love about our Dallas Cowboys. You look, just a few years ago, one of the biggest problems we had was we didn't have depth. We had great frontline players, but once we got to the second level, because we were paying so many guys so much money and we hadn't focused in on who might be next man up, we had big drop-offs. When you lose a Tyron Smith, you went to Chaz Green. When you lost Sean Lee, you really didn't have anybody to go to. And when you lost Dez Bryant, you didn't have people to step into the void. And also, when you know that you're a high-round draft pick, you know that you're getting paid a lot of money, you don't have to work so hard. As Doc Walker always says, it's hard to be hungry when your refrigerator's full. And there's no truer statement than that. When you're anointed as the guy, when you know there's nobody behind you to challenge you, you don't have to work that hard. And I'm not saying that those guys didn't work hard. But you see people that have a chip on their shoulder right now. People that are really kind of hungry. People who want to get that position. Because Xavier Woods is the perfect example of that. Xavier Woods, mid-round draft pick, has played safety for us for 2 years. And in those 2 years, he's got 96 tackles, 70 of which are solo, as well as 3 interceptions, 2 last year. Led our team in interceptions last year. But yet, all off-season, what did you hear? Cowboys got to get safety. Safety is a weak position. And it's kind of like, yo, hello, hey, I'm over here. I didn't play bad last year. Hello? And so he's kind of, you know what? Screw this. And I think he's going to go out, and I think he's going to become a beast this year. Because you got to be motivated. You know, when people doubt you, and I know me personally, when I first really started doing YouTube, they were like, "You're too old, man. You know, you don't know how to do this stuff. You don't even know what a tag is, or how to upload and things like that. You know, or how to edit. You're a bum. You can't do it." And when I get told things like that, it drives me to prove them wrong. So that way I can say, "Ha ha, told you so. You doubted me? Watch what I'm going to show you." And that's a great motivating factor because he's not the only one. You look at Connor Williams. The Dallas Cowboys spent a lot of draft capital on Connor Williams. Second-round draft pick, you know. And he's not satisfied with just saying, okay, I'm going to be a guard. I want to be a tackle. And this guy has gone out and added 15 pounds of muscle. He looks, like I said, like the Blue Hulk right now. They're trying him, you know, guard. He's played tackle. He's, you know, when Tyron Smith's been out, he's played left tackle. He is going to find his place on this team as a starter, and I believe it's going to be a tackle because he is on a mission to prove people wrong. And when you get a guy that in this offseason puts on 15 pounds of muscle, that's a scary thing. And see, here's the difference, because I think when everything is handed to you, you don't appreciate it as much. You know, David Irving is probably a great example of this, because David Irving, when he got here, had so much God-given talent that he looked at it and was kind of like, you know, and he even said so. Jason Garrett doesn't like me because I can roll out of bed with, you know, more talent than he's ever got, which is true. You can have a lot of talent, but if you are not constantly trying to hone that talent and trying to get better, guess what? Somebody else is going to pass you. And it's a lot of times that it's not the high round draft picks that become the great players. It's that guy that was slighted, that wasn't just handed everything, that guy that has always had to work hard to achieve. You have that driving force to prove that I belong, that you messed up. And that's where we are with my quarterback, Dak Prescott. You looked at his numbers compared to everybody else that was in the draft. They weren't that far, but of course they're like, he's from the Southeast Conference. You know, he's a Tim Tebow 2.0. He's just a running quarterback. And I believe, you know, he says number 4 is for his mother, which I'm sure it is, but I think it's also like a red badge of honor, a red badge of courage. That number 4 is also a reminder that I wasn't drafted until the 4th round. That nobody believed in me that I was as good as the other guys. So you know what? I'm going to go out there and I'm going to show you that I'm something. And on the flip side of it, you look at like Randy Gregory. Randy Gregory, don't get me wrong, Randy Gregory's never done anything wrong other than stay high on weed or fail tests. I don't know how often he smokes, but the way he gets tested 10 times a month, if you smoke once a month, you're going to get busted. Randy Gregory was kind of anointed as that guy, the next Charles Haley. And sometimes that pressure on top of it is hard to live up to, because you're talking about a 5-time Super Bowl winning Hall of Fame defensive end. I just got here. So when you look throughout this team, there's going to be some great camp battles, because there's guys not only fighting for starting positions, there's guys fighting for their football lives in here that are really, really good players. Because, if Connor Williams ends up being the guy, if you're Lyle Collins, you got to read the writing on the wall that I'm either auditioning for my next gig or I'm fighting to stay on this one. So you've got that battle. You've got George Iloka and Jeff Heath. Jeff Heath, another one of these guys that probably has a chip on his shoulder like, I didn't play that bad. Everybody's saying we need help at safety. I'm going to show you. You look at the defensive line, you've got so many guys that are there that everybody's going to be wanting to fight to get on there. And when they do get that opportunity to get on the field, they're going to want to get some so that way they can stay on the field. And this, my friends, is probably one of the best things that's happened with the Dallas Cowboys over the last few years, is because these guys are young, because they're scrappy, because there's competition, that it's going to make everybody else on that team better. 99 days, guys. 99 days and counting. I'm Mark Holmes, and I got to get to my day job. I will see you guys soon.